Hey, I'm Scott and welcome back to the channel. So today I want to discuss the 5 reasons why you should lift weights after the age of 50. So let's just go ahead and get right to it. Reason number 1, starting at about the age of 40 or thereabouts, we all start to go through the process known as sarcopenia. That's if we don't do any kind of strength training or muscle building or whatever by lifting weights. So sarcopenia is the age-related process of losing muscle mass. So that process starts, like I said, around the age of 40. At first, it's very slow. So in that first decade after it begins, you probably lose somewhere between 3 and 5% of your muscle mass. The problem is that over time, that process starts to accelerate. And so you can really see it among the elderly or anybody after the age of 70 who has done no strength training whatsoever. You can see how their body transforms into one where they clearly have no muscle mass. And if they're still eating too much, they're gaining weight, particularly among men, around the belly. And you'll see that among women as well. Women tend to accumulate fat in their thighs and in their butt and in their arms. Men, it's generally around the belly. So they really, if they don't do any lifting weight, if they don't lift weights at all, up until their 70s, then they start to really get that pronounced skinny fat look. So all their weight is around the belly and they got skinny arms and legs. So that's the primary reason number 1 why you need to lift weights after the age of 50. Number 2, it improves your bone density. A couple years ago, I followed Brian Shaw on his YouTube channel for a few years now. Brian is a former world strongman competitor, 4-time champion, and he's still active in training today. And now he's focused on the world of arm wrestling. So a couple years ago, he went in for a DEXA scan to get his lean muscle mass measured and his body fat percentage, and they measured his bone density. And at that time, they said his bone density was the highest that they had ever recorded at that particular practice. And then more recently, he went in for another one, and he went with his arm wrestling coach, Devin Larott, who is you could probably say he's the greatest arm wrestler ever. And so Brian's been training with him for about the last year or so. And they both went in to get their DEXA scan. And Devin's bone density was way up there as well. So that pretty much demonstrates that if you lift weights, you train for strength, you're going to have improved bone density. So it's been medically proven as well. And going forward over time, it's crucial that you have good bone density to help offset some of the issues that can hit you as we get older. So reason number 3, lifting weights will help you with your cardiovascular health. So if you don't do any cardio exercise whatsoever, strength training, lifting weights will help you with your cardiovascular health. If you are training for for a period of time and you do squats, do a set of squats for anything more than 5 reps, and you'll be breathing heavy. And if you do a set of squats for 5 reps near your, with a heavy weight, you're going to be huffing and puffing, and it'll take you a couple minutes to recover from that set. I find that doing a set of 10 to 12 reps, and some of the bodybuilders will go even beyond that. If you're doing a set of 10 to 12 reps on the squat, which trains more muscle mass than any other exercise, and I'm referring to the low bar squat when I say this. When you're done, you will be gassed, and it does take a couple of minutes to recover from that set. So that's a good indicator that you're getting good cardiovascular training right there. So that'll help improve your overall cardiovascular health, especially if you don't do any other form of cardio exercise. So lifting weights will also help you improve your metabolic function. These days, we've got a society that has a significant crisis of obesity. In my own age group, I'm 59. In the age group 40 to 59, I've seen statistics, I think, put out by the CDC that indicates my age group among men has an obesity rate of 45%. And that's crazy to me. But when I look around, especially if you travel to different parts of the country, you see people my age, you can pretty much, it looks like, half the people have an obesity issue. So lifting weights will help with that issue. So the obesity issue is a function of insulin resistance, and their metabolism is just not running high enough. So lifting weights will help you build muscle, which requires more energy for your body. So you will burn more energy on a daily basis if you have more muscle tissue. So lifting weights will help in that regard. And as a result, then it will help you get more lean over time as well, to help offset that obesity issue if you're someone who's dealing with that. So if you're overweight, the first thing I subscribe to people who are overweight is lift weights. And I also prescribe people to do some cardio. I'm not a doctor, but this is what I tell people to do. And last but not least, reason number 5 why you should lift weights after the age of 50 is to help you stay mobile as you get older. So when you do compound movements such as the squat and the deadlift and the overhead press, all 3 of those movements train virtually the whole body. So the squat, first of all, trains the most muscle mass across the greatest range of motion. The deadlift will train the most muscle groups, and the overhead press, while you're standing, will train your body from head to toe. So you're going to be engaging the core, your feet, so your legs are going to be engaged, your lower back, your glutes, and obviously your shoulders and your arms are going to be trained doing that lift as well. So by doing all those exercises, and that's just 3 exercises, you're going to be training, you're going to be improving your muscle, which helps you stay mobile. You're going to be training your ligaments and your tendons, and they're going to get stronger. And by training those ranges of motion, you're going to be able to stay more mobile. So the bottom line is that in order to maintain your independence and a good quality of life, just in case you live to an advanced age, you need to lift weights. And if you're over the age of 50 and you've never started lifting weights, then you need to get started now. And the older you are, the more critical it is that you get started lifting weights. So there you have it. Those are the 5 reasons why you should lift weights after the age of 50. Hope you check out my website, scottallencole.com. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you down the road. Thanks for watching.